The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the set.
54. Mike 54.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
SOS. 6-6. Pull it high.
SOS.
Bang, 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 bang. Bang, lock it.
Kill.
Undercrush.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
54, Mike. 54.
Rock it.
54. They want this.
Hey.
Twist.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Hey, check. Five.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. To throw is Rivers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Titans' 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a give, right side. Taylor, and he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
9 yards. First down, Colts.
Mike.
We're okay. Black 11.
This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I don't want to sound old or anything here, partner, but I remember the days in this situation where you just put the ball in the hands of a running back. Now, it could be anyone carrying the football to try and pick up a first down or a touchdown.
Check ring 90. Black 15. Left.
Rivers now, the throw on first down. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rivers looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise, as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. You're out.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Snap.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Get the ball.
Protein spill.
Rush in. Hey, watch out.
Hey, orbit.
Mike, 54. Quarterback go.
Yeah. Let's go.
Now Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
At the 50-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception here, Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The tackle made by
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Rivers to throw it, and that is incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. After one, it's 9-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. I hope you brought your left because I'm about
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Get it.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
second and 4 at the 40-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Check nickel.
Hey, easy.
Check safety.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 79.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
First down, Colts.
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, it's Mack. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is indeed good, and that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. He's coming. Double up. Double
You draw quarters.
Hatchet. Hatchet.
Hey, echo.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Titans, first down.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. On the ball.
Hey, look at me. Zipper.
54. Mike, 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Five.
Throwing again is Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Go.
Come.
Let go.
Tannehill throwing again. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready,
The
break.
first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Slam. Joker.
Hey.
Check. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
That's what I do.
Check, check, check. Hey, alert 3.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
79.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking for Kemp, and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Play fake. Rivers. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
94.
Go.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Mike 54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare.
From the end zone, Tannehill. And finding Proen. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alpha. Bam.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Right there. 54. Right
Go.
there. 54, Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, just
Here's Tannehill. Over the middle, it's complete. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
check 13. Check 13. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, seam 6. Yep. Shoot.
On first down, Tannehill. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Come on, set.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch it.
X3, 218, chopper.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line. 54.
Here we go, D. All day defense.
Protein spill.
Check 4. Hey,
Bravo.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check. Right there. 54. Right there.
Five.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them. They run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Easy work.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, oh, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. They'll run on 1st down. Hines breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now the try here for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go now.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, high 7.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Black 15. 180. 300.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. He's got Burton here. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
He's going. We got double up. Kill.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught by Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go.
Get it.
Tannehill on 1st down. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the run. Check.
Hey, wahoo. Yo, go.
Motion.
And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Check 24.
61, matchbox lights. Speed driven.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Darius Leonard in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. He's going to let it fly. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 52 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Watch the pass.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, the 30, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together